I want to talk a little bit about debugging, how to fix your program if it's not working. It's really almost as important as writing a program is then fixing it if it doesn't work. So here I made a very simple program. Here's my JavaScript code right here. You're familiar with this already. I ask somebody's name and age, and then I print out, hello name, you are whatever your age is, years old. So I'm going to run this, and you know how this works at this point. I'll run it in Chrome, and nothing happens. This is going to happen to you a lot. I went to run it, nothing happens. So rather than just stare at the code and try to find the errors, there's a systematic way of finding those bugs. Debugging is what it's called. So the first thing I'm going to do is just comment out. Now maybe you can see the error already, but nothing seems to work. So I'm going to comment out my entire script. Now, the way you begin a comment is with an asterisk and a slash, and I just usually put a few asterisks just to show that make it stand out a little bit. But a slash asterisk begins a comment, and asterisk slash ends a comment. And again, I really just need one of them. I could just do it like this. Maybe let's do it like that. And you can see that my code changes to green. So I'm just going to put one very simple thing here. I'll put an alert statement, and inside of it, I will just say hi, for example. So if this runs, let me save it, and I'll refresh this. Yeah, this runs, so I know at least the HTML is correct, and it's getting inside of this JavaScript, and it's running my alert, so it says hi. Terrific. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to move this comment down just one space here. So hopefully you can see what's going on. This is all commented out. It's all ignored. Anything in a comment is really ignored by the program when it's running. So this is now within a comment, and all I'm doing is testing this one line of code. I wonder if that's going to work. So I'll save it and refresh my code, and it says please enter your name, so it works. Blah blah blah. I don't care what it is. Okay, so great, that one line of code works. I'm going to move my comment just one line down. I don't want to get greedy, so I'll save it again, and I'll refresh it. Nothing works. So what that tells me is there is something wrong with this line of code right here. There must be, because it worked when this was the only line running, but now that I've uncommented this line, it doesn't work. And I can see that your age has a space in it. Variables in JavaScript are not allowed to have spaces, so I'm going to change it to your and then capital age, and let's see if that works. I'll save it, refresh it, enter your name. Again, I don't care what I enter, blah, 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 age 16. Fine. Now the reason 16 came up, oops, and actually this should be in quotes, ran anyway. In my second set of quotes, I can put a default variable, and I put 16 there. Fine. And I could actually put a default for your name. Maybe your name is Bob. I don't know. That'll just show up as a default value. Okay, so those two lines work. Let me just test them one more time. Bob 16, great. I think students don't test their code enough as they're writing it. You know, I mean, I've been writing code a long time, and I still need to test code a lot as I'm writing it. So I've uncommented now the document.write. Let's see if it works. Save, refresh. Nothing works. So that tells me there's something wrong with this document.write. So what I'm going to do is use a single line comment just to test it a little bit at a time. I'm actually going to, let me move this to the next line, and I'm just kind of rearranging things a little bit. Oh, wait a minute, I can see an error right there already. I'll know your age. But anyway, so let me just end this and put a semicolon here. And now I'm going to use a single line comment, which is a slash slash, just to comment out that last bit of it. So let's see if this piece works. I'll save it, refresh it. Bob 16. Hello, Bob. You are. All right, getting there. So let me just put back what I had and see if the error is somewhere in here. I'm very close to the end. So let's see, I'll refresh it one more time. Oh, let me save it, and then I'll refresh it. So, ooh, nothing worked. Now I know you're thinking, well, this is still good, but if there's an error somewhere down the page, it's possible that nothing will work. But the good news is I've got my error narrowed down to just this last line, and I can see that maybe I'm missing a plus. I think I should probably end this with a plus, and then here's your age, which is a variable. Oh, then I'm missing another plus, and let's see if that works. So wait a minute, I think I have an extra plus at the end. All right, let's see if this is right. But anyway, I've narrowed it down to this one line, so I'll save it. Seems to work. Bob, 16. Hello, Bob, you are 16 years old. So there you go. My program works. And I guess the moral of the story is here, and I say this to my students all the time, write a line of code, test it. Write another line, test it. Write another line, test it. Because if you write too much and it doesn't work, then you're going to have to do what I did, which you might have to do anyway, comment a whole bunch of it out, get it running, then kind of narrow down what you've commented out, get it running again, and so forth. So I hope you can see sort of my strategy for placing comments around things to get it running. All right, that's it. Get to work.